Welcome to Lindsay Learns Technology from Manus.
No, it's just like the links, the more links, none of them are. And I was worried my phone was not working. Like it wasn't like
Manusplain. No, that's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It was like that for the last one too. I just didn't bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
Manus, you look like a healthy Chumley from Pawn Stars.
Healthy what?
Like a healthy Chumley.
Chumley?
He used to be like really big back in the day. Then he lost a ton of weight.
Oh?
Yeah. I thought, didn't he die?
No, Chumley didn't die. No, the old man died.
See, it's not working, right?
Chumley's like alive and well and has like I think he has like a fitness bar.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. The old man died. That's what it was. So I'm sorry. Which one? Are we looking at the same one here?
The Pleasantburg?
Like I said, like a healthy Chumley.
I used to kind of have a goatee like that when I was in high school.
I mean, didn't most people except for me?
Wait, what?
I'm still
Did
trying
you
to
shave it like that, or did that just how it grew?
No, I shaved it like that. It was
Wow.
just the chin.
Purposely shaved it like
less. Like, see, I don't get this at all. Here,
Yeah.
You know, so.
You made me sad for a second. I really thought Chumley did die. I had to go like Google that real quick. Jesus, that's a great way to start off one-star reviews as we talk about Chumley of Pawn Stars.
Everybody around the world listening to One Stars right now, take a deep breath because Chumley Watch lives to fight another day.
There's going to be that one random person actually listening to this. They're going to send me, I don't know what avenues of communication I have for the podcast. Maybe Kick, Reddit. No, I don't know. I did have people find me on Reddit and Facebook before. And they're gonna be like, "No, Chumley's alive. You guys need to get your facts straight." So,
right? Yeah,
it's all because.
And that's what we're saying. You know, you don't have to reach out and correct us. We're all saying the correct thing here.
Our bad. This is one-star reviews. Read the bad reviews of good places. In today's episode, if you can't tell by the title, is Petco, and particularly the Petco on North Pleasantburg, also known as Cherrydale, also known as the place next to Olive Garden, right across from the Regal Cinemas. This is Andrew Van, your host, with Manus and Lindsay Clancy, back and returning as we continue another episode dedicated to our pets. You guys have a beautiful little kitten. I have an old man cat.
I can't believe how calm she's been. I was like legit concerned that she was going to be loud.
Yeah, she did rattle the blinds one time
a little
at the
bit
beginning of the recording, but she's been pretty. You know what? She's just ignoring us off camera. You can barely see her.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, Mike and Mike in the Morning had a poll question. They debated, I think, almost like the entire length of the 4-hour show they used to have back in the day, and it was, would you rather be a cat or rather be a dog? And Mike Golick said, "Oh, I want to be a dog. Like dogs are so much fun." The locals, like, and then Greeny brought up the point. He's like, no, but that's like what you like. Wouldn't you rather be a cat because you can be more independent and you can kind of roam and have to worry about it? So I don't know. I say that. I think personally, I would probably be a cat because I have a cat and a dog. I love both very much, but to not rely on someone to basically let me take a shit would be great in my life.
Yeah.
You're
in charge of your own shit.
Personally, being a dog or being a cat sound like my two top worst nightmares. So,
why? You don't want to be like a golden retriever for an upper middle class family?
No, it sounds like an absolute horror show for me personally.
That's like half of the Disney movies from the 90s, though.
Oh yeah, they had the same animal. I'm sure whatever dog that was like the one dog.
Yes,
was loaded.
Thanks, Andrew. That's where that hang up comes from.
What?
It's all that Disney I watched in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute, but you're only like 26. You would have watched like hardly anything in the 90s.
I gotta call my therapist.
Oh, those reruns. That's what it was. I went to my dad's box of tapes and he taped it for me.
Oh, it's all making sense now. What are we here to talk about? Petco.
Oh yeah, Petco. Jeez, we're zoning out there. It's our improv days, zoning out. So this is the Petco on North Pleasantburg, and I have a long one to start off here.
Great.
Don't ever bring your pet here to get groomed. Last time I had an early appointment to get my dog bathed and groomed. By 4 p.m, I had still not heard from anyone despite calling the store multiple times with no answer in the grooming department. My dog had been in a little kennel all day, all caps, waiting to be groomed when he had an early morning appointment. I was told they were backed up and short-staffed. I gave them another chance today. Same thing happened. Dropped off at 11. It's now 4:30 p.m. and no one is answering me. So I went in and they hadn't gotten him yet. So I was just freaking out in the kennel in the back. So cruel. What's the point of an appointment? We'll never come back to Petco for my dog's grooming or food or treats ever again because of this. And that was just about a month ago, which has been May of 2022. And that is pretty damn horrible.
Yeah, that's not great.
Not ideal.
That's not ideal.
Not
Yeah,
ideal.
like I said, but for me personally, my family, we take our dog to a specific particular groomer and we set a time, an appointment. And usually, depending on how much work he needs, and he's only like a 10-pound Yorkie, but I don't know, like 2 hours tops. But I mean, like by the time we drop him off, like he is guaranteed to go, So
Yeah. Here, you want to read this one?
What? No, it's okay. I found
Sure.
one. Yeah.
All right, cool.
She doesn't need yours. She's
this
No,
next
I
one-
appreciate it. My phone's not behaving, but
Lindsay's phone isn't cooperating, but we got a real spicy one. The second review on here is from a user named Angel of Mercy, Hot Mama.
Hot mama.
Mhm.
I won't be shopping at this store anymore. I came today to get fish and bought 5. As soon as I got home, 2 of the 5 died, and I don't think the others will live through the night. I had to drive a little bit to get there because I thought Petco had a good reputation. But after what I dealt with, I'm just going to keep going to PetSmart. Their tanks are much cleaner, and the fish look healthier. And also, I should have known how well the upkeep of their tanks are when I saw a goldfish tank with about 100 dead goldfish in it. I won't be returning.
Like, what a bomb to drop at the end.
Yeah.
I
That you
should
saw a tank with 100 dead goldfish in it.
Yeah, and you still let yourself buy 5
Oh my
fish from
God.
this place. How
my
is that not the immediate deal breaker? How is that not the first line of this review?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to assume she is exaggerating because it can't be 100.
What? You mean a woman who
but
names
she-
herself Hot Mama on Google reviews exaggerating? Get the fuck out, Manus. Get out, Manus. No one would exaggerate with the name, quote, Hot Mama. I'm sorry, Angel of Mercy,
Mhm.
quote, Hot Mama.
Mhm.
Only hot mamas call themselves.
Did
hot
you
mama.
guys think I gave like fuckable but merciful vibes with that
You
voice
got a
I
little
did?
European
Yeah.
at times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get a little up in here, like
Yeah.
try to
Yeah, it started off
leprechaun.
that way.
Yeah, I
So
got
like
scared.
fuckable.
I got.
Is that what you said?
I said fuckable and merciful.
And
Do you think that was
merciful.
coming
Ooh, yeah.
across?
I don't know if I
I
got,
got that.
mercy.
I get
Okay,
that.
what did you think about cowardice? Because that was definitely the feeling I felt was most affecting my performance.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
felt that.
All righty.
All right, I have one, and it's kind
Sweet.
of related to one that I read in the PetSmart episode. Not impressed. The store was in such disarray. You could not find anything. I was very disappointed because I was looking for, and each word of this is capitalized, small dog clothes, and they didn't have any. Like they capitalized small dog and clothes,
Mhm.
like it's a proper noun.
Mhm. Damn.
I
What's
like
up
that.
with these stores only having the wrong size dog clothes?
I know,
or no
like it seems
dog
like
clothes at
dog.
all.
Yeah, it seems like dog clothes in general is a very hot topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like this one. First off, I love the sassy names. And we normally don't read the names of the reviewers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because sometimes they are real names, but when they are just Black Queen, I feel like I
I
have
did-
to read
I
that
did
name.
see that one. Yeah.
Because that is just top tier name. But the thing that I love is it's in all caps. She made sure that caps lock was on.
oh boy.
And she had to say, I was shopping for 2 kinds of fish. The lady got one of the fish. Then I had asked for the other, and she started to get very disrespectful. I have never been so disrespected about a fish I am buying. I don't know anything about fish. She walked off and allowed with me. I asked for her name. She wouldn't give me to be, and she said she was not serving me. There was no punctuation in that until the very end with 2 exclamation points.
Oh my
Damn.
god. Oh yeah, it's got to be an exclamation point. It's gonna be
Damn.
something.
I do love the small, confession in the middle. I don't know anything about fish.
Yes, exactly.
Why are you being mean to me? I said I don't know anything.
I like the ones like, I have never been so disrespected about a fish that I'm buying. Like,
Mhm.
how many times in your life have you bought a fish and it was respectful?
But I feel like that person says I've never been this disrespected like once a week.
Mm. Probably, yeah.
You know, like that's
Yeah,
the kind of
exactly.
person that's like, that's
Yeah,
the kind of person that's like,
Mhm.
I have never been more disrespected, just like because it's part of their vocabulary at this point, because
I'm
the
gonna-
drama is just so thick.
I'm going to go down to PetSmart where I'll be only a little bit disrespected for buying this fish.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um.
I've got one here.
Okay, great.
I was so disgusted at how bad the betas' water were. They had so much junk in their little cups that the fish were dying/dead. I bought one to save it, and she has a swim bladder problem because of how bad the water quality was. My heart was broken when I saw the poor betas living in that condition. It was more than clear that the betas were very neglected there.
A swim bladder problem.
Yeah. A lot of beta fans in these reviews.
Yeah,
You
more
don't
than
fuck with
I.
betas, man.
Yeah,
Do
I
not.
guess it's like a pretty.
What kind of junk do these betas have in their little cups?
Yeah, also calling them cups.
They do come in little cups. It's weird. Like it is
Yeah.
super weird, and like you have to get them home within like an hour. Like you really do. Otherwise, it's just like there's situations get all messed up really fast.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
feel like fish can just decide to die
Oh, for sure.
and be like, I've decided that I will be perishing.
I've looked
I mean,
at
100 of them apparently did in the same
Nice.
tank in
Yeah.
that last review.
We had a fish when I was a kid though that my sister named Dorothy because she couldn't say Dorothy, and I swear it lived for like 7 years. Like I'm like not a
Damn.
joke. Like it was one, and it was like so ugly. By the end, it was so ugly, and like had like those like lumpy, growthy things. But I think it was because it was just like a plain normal fish. Like it was not a fancy one at all. It was just like kind of speckly white and orange.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask if like that was for sure like the same fish throughout all the years. Like I mentioned in the
Oh,
previous episode, my
100%.
wife and I like swapped out another fish. I'm like, but you just mentioned like the lumpy growth that had been like, nope, that's the one.
Oh yeah, no, and we had a lot of fish when I was a kid, but it was never like we had always had a lot of fish, so it would be like we'd have 10 fish, and then if 2 of them died, we would just get a couple more. Like it wasn't great when they died. We weren't happy when they died, but it was like it was never hidden from us. Mostly because they would get flushed in my toilet. So like I knew about it. It was just like, oh, well, we know that fish don't live very long. So like I'll go pick out like if your favorite fish died, then that person got to go pick out a new one.
Lindsay, get off the fish graveyard. We gotta use that.
Yeah. Did you just read yours?
I did, but I got another one.
Oh wait, I have one though.
Go for it. Go,
Okay.
please.
For one, I had to get out of my car to open my trunk. I don't have to do that nowhere else. And when I got him, I was missing an item. So I called and the lady would not give me her name. And I asked if they had a different brand. And she was very rude. That was a journey. She
So
wanted
first
them
off,
to
you done fucked up because no one lifted and opened their trunk for them.
And then when you got him, like, did they buy an animal?
Right. Yeah.
Like, did they buy a critter? And also being mad that the person working at the store wouldn't tell them her name
Right. Yeah.
or wouldn't tell her their name. That's so funny.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Okay, sir. What just happened here was you didn't make any sense and then called me rude.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Wild.
Yeah.
After potentially buying a new animal.
Mhm. Yeah. Good new animal energy right there. I got one here.
Go.
I just got 2 chameleons for this place, and I told the guy that worked there, that his name was George, that their humidity was very low. And he told me that they would not give them water till closing. And when I got my 2 home and got them in their home, they are almost dead due to being dehydrated. They are babies and living like this. Shame on you, Petco.
They are babies and living like this.
Yeah.
What a sentence.
Petco has been mistreating chameleons, according to this guy. I guess I do know that they do need very, very specific humidity and
Mhm.
like water requirements, right?
Yeah, but that's an interesting thing to claim that you know the exact humidity
Mhm.
just like by feeling the air,
Yeah.
And I'm not doubting that that person doesn't have that skill.
Yeah. They are just babies.
How are they living like this? Or what
Yeah.
it would say.
How can you let babies live in this kind of unhumid squalor?
I got one that I have a lot of questions just skimming through. See if I can get
Please.
through it. My boyfriend had been wanting a hamster for a while, so I went and bought him one. Parentheses, he already had the equipment from a previous hamster and experience and care. First off, the one we purchased was a male, and it was the same habitat that another male, which is dangerous for both hamsters. Secondly, on the way home, we noticed it sneezing and thought it was stress. Turns out it was sick and died, caps 2 days later after we purchased it. We kept the hamster in temperature-controlled climate, so we weren't at all fault for it. So if you're looking to waste your money on sick hamsters that weren't appropriately cared for, I recommend this store.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
You guys aren't going to believe this, but I actually just found a review left by a local guide who had also left a review that I read on the last episode. Yeah. On the
oh my gosh, they're going around giving
journey continues.
Yeah. So
that's great.
So this person who also had a terrible time at PetSmart, here's what they have to say about Petco.
Mm-hmm.
This is another one of those local guides that it doesn't have a name. It just looks like a business or something. Awful experience. It's the holidays and the store manager blank only has one person on the entire floor. The quote unquote dog trainer tried her best to help me with what I needed, but it was obvious to how clueless she was with what is needed for a turtle. She was just pointing at what she thought I needed. I will go to a different location. So you really pull the thread here, and just, this whole thing starts to unravel. I didn't realize in their last review that they were buying stuff for turtles.
I find it very interesting, like in the age of the internet having existed for like 30 years, that people roll up to Petco and are like, hello, I would like to buy a turtle. I know nothing about turtles. Like not taking the time to Google anything that you could potentially need.
This actually might be that person who bought the turtle and then found out it was poisonous. This was maybe one stop before they found out that turtle was poisonous.
Yeah. Okay. I found an incredible username and great review. Okay. So the review is, the boy working there was mishandling the animals and the atmosphere was sad. Which just is like, your vibes are off in Applebee's. It had like a weird vibe. Also, the name of this person is all caps, I am Slaughter.
Oh my God.
All right.
It's terrifying.
Babe, you got to take back what you said about that guy. He's fucking scary.
He's going to come find you now.
He's going to come hurt us.
Well, no, the fact that he said that the vibes were sad. Oh, what an energy. Oh, hello. Our little kitty has come to say hello.
Here's one from red-blooded Native American Red Hawk.
No.
Yeah, that is the
Caesar.
Yeah. And
oh my God, you are serious. All right.
Recently, my wife and I visited this Petco and was purchasing stuff for our red ear slider turtle we've had for about 10 or 11 years. We found some water purifier drops to help keep the water clean because it didn't say on the bottle. We asked one of the sales ladies if you could add drops while the turtle is still in it. She told us it was safe to add drops while the turtle is still in the water. Well, we did just that, and it killed our turtle. Well, not only are we sad about the loss, but our 7-year-old granddaughter is hurt. As for me, I'm pretty well pissed about the false information she gave us about the drops.
Aww.
Damn. That sucks, but also another fucking turtle review.
So many people are buying turtles in the area.
One more time with the username on that one.
It was, and again, maybe this is a real person. I apologize if so, but red-blooded Native American Red Hawk.
That's incredible.
That's
my favorite name that we've said so far.
I don't want to shit on anyone who has Native American blood. But in my experience, born and raised in Greenwood, South Carolina, anybody that I have bumped into and met that has Native American blood, it is very, very, very small. And most likely they look way more Caucasian, and their name was actually Dale.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this would have been like almost 20 years ago. I'm working at the GameStop in Greer, South Carolina. And a guy rode in on a lawnmower. He gets out and he starts sifting through our baskets of PlayStation 1 games and then turns to us and goes, What are some really good one-player games, man? Because I don't like playing other games with other people. Because the thing is, well, me, I got my Cherokee blood, and my name is Lone Wolf, and that's just how I am. I just like to stick to
my
myself,
God.
mind my business, and just have a good time. And I was like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" And I
That's a
think I
lot.
recommended Siphon Filter. There's an old game, like
Yeah,
during the
no, I remember Siphon Filter.
yeah
or the
espionage
PS1.
days. I was like,
Dude, setting people on fire with the taser.
yeah. Yeah. I was like, you have a good old time with this Lone Wolf. And then I just hear that just him riding off. I was like, there he goes, riding off in the sunset. Wherever the hell he's going.
All right, I got one.
Mhm.
Soupy slow service. I think it's a typo, but I'm gonna keep it soupy. There was not anyone at the register to check me or the two customers in front of us out. We waited 6 minutes for someone to come up front to check any of us. If in a hurry, shop elsewhere. Acting like they waited for an hour. 6 minutes. Also, you can go find someone.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Like, I like that feels like that was probably the worst moment of that guy's week.
This what comes back to what we said before.
And it's like the
which is
most tame thing that could have happened.
Yeah, people, when you're going to a store, be prepared. Know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
In terms of what a store is in the 21st
Like,
century.
I cannot imagine a scenario where I would be upset and like be like, oh no, but I was in a hurry when I went to this Petco.
Yeah.
If I stayed 6 minutes later than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Like, what situation would I be in where I was
Yeah.
like, no?
If you're thrown in a retail setting because no one's coming up to you and approaching you to help, just take one counterclockwise lap around the store. 85% chance you find exactly what you're looking for.
That feedback you're giving needs to go to this person here. One cashier with 11 people in line, crying emoji face, a family with 5 kids jumping and screaming while we waited and waited and waited. 1 star.
God, that sounds really hard.
It sounds hard for the cashier as well.
Yeah, like
I feel bad for the cashier.
Complaining about the family is not exactly something you blame like PetSmart.
Yeah, I love that shit. Like we gave this restaurant a 1-star review because the table next to us was loud.
Yeah.
Those
are the worst.
Yeah. I've got one here that I like a good deal. Smells bad most visit I make, and no employee helpers, never to find, and never has what I need, and prices are way too much.
I feel like, are people writing these reviews as like this is their first foray into like learning English?
This is another person that Google has deemed a local guide.
Like no, you know what this looks like? Have you seen those videos where it sounds like English, but it's not English? But if you don't focus too hard, it makes sense.
Right.
Because your brain is like used to hearing those sounds.
It sounds like what English sounds like
to people. Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah.
It sounds like words put together by someone who doesn't speak English to make a sentence that's like words, but that's it.
Speaking of which, this one right below, man, I don't know if you saw the picture of the Roomba, but it's a picture of a Roomba. It's a local guide. He's done 6 reviews, got the badge and everything, and all it says is, "I hate this place. I can't eat pet here." That's it.
I can't pet here.
I can't eat pet here. I think he purposely trolls because if you click on his profile link and you see the other contributions, I mean, they're all kind of goofy. Like here's a 3-star review.
Guide?
Yeah. 3-star review of the Triumph Stadium at Legacy Early College. And all it says is 3-star footy. Wild Wing Cafe. 5-star Wild Wing Cafe.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's some that he's like kind of moderately okay with, but then a lot of them are just like he just wrote something random. So, but yeah, cannot eat pet here.
Yeah, that feels.
Sorry, I'm just coming back across some of the ones that you guys have read already.
I know, it is fun to see in the wild. I've got one. Tried to get a mouse and they kept helping others at checkout and didn't call anyone else. Horrible CS, which, customer service, but what a weird thing to abbreviate. Also, all the ands are spelled with no D, like Anne.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got one here. Absolutely worst store I have ever been into in my entire life. I came in there to get food for my new baby turtle, and the sales associate that was assisting me was so rude. Her name was blank, was so rude. It was sickening. She was not helpful, really, and I could tell that she wasn't a real fan of colored people. The way I was treated by the entire staff at this particular Petco with absolute ridiculous. I will never come back. Damn.
Wow, I love like a racial undertones reveal.
Yeah,
like
for real.
late in the game.
Yeah. All right, hold on one second. Our cat's misbehaving off camera.
She's being quiet though.
Like too quiet. Too suspiciously quiet.
No, she just likes to get in the shelving. She likes to climb up our shelving where she like can't really fit.
This one's 2-star.
Yeah. And though disgusting. That was because I was like, what part of that did I want to touch on? She was so rude. It was sickening.
Yeah.
Like so rude. It was sickening. I just like describing that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're so grossed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
and
one
also there's just something, I mean, there's nothing funny about racism, but something funny about a typo and an accusation of racism.
As an Asian American, there's a little stuff that's funny about racism. There's a line. It's a very thin line, but there's
nothing funny about the kind of racism that this guy is describing.
Yes,
but there's something funny about making that kind of heavy-handed accusation and then putting a typo like the word fun in it
at the end of a paragraph about other stuff. You said you had one?
there was a 2-star and it just said disgusting bathrooms.
Can you imagine going to a Petco and saying, you know what, I have to shit myself?
Yeah. God.
You know, like I see there are animal bathrooms and grooming or whatever. Mm-hmm. I have to go now. I didn't even know they had a bathroom.
Yeah, I would never
assume that they had a bathroom that was not employee only.
Never in my life would I think, God, I'm in the middle of the weirdest parking lot I've ever seen in my life.
That is a dangerous parking lot. That Cherrydale one is pretty bad.
Yeah, there's too much stuff in it.
They really didn't it's like one lane. Like you can get pretty knocked over pretty quick if you're not careful. But that is the one that we go to primarily near my house because we live near TR. So Cherrydale is pretty close to us. I will say this. I like Petco in general. I like the one on Woodruff Road. And the last couple times I've been to the Petco, funny stories. One, this happened earlier in the spring, so it was nowhere near Pride Month, which we were recording during right now during June. But the one on Woodruff Road was probably the friendliest and most energetic pet store I've ever been to, where they were playing like 2 p.m. in the afternoon on like a Wednesday, like just some straight up like weekend, some rave music, some just like party shit going on.
Wow.
And like, they were just having a good old time and everyone was super friendly. If I needed like particular like dog items for my puppy and stuff like that. And the one on Pleasantburg and Cherrydale we were reading from, the only thing that's really weird about that one is that there's a lady that works for, I think it's called Blue. Like it's like the pet food company.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she like super old, but very kind. But she like is like, I guess not only their sales rep for Blue and she does not work at Petco, but she acts like she's like Petco security. The way she kind of like walks down the aisle, turns, walks back, turn, and then just like nonchalantly in the most unnatural way pushes Blue products on you.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense that she's a bouncer if it's a rave.
Sure, absolutely, I get it, and bless her for what she does. I'm sure she does a lot of good content there. I think she has like 12 dogs. So
12 dogs,
something like that. I mean, those folks, you have to. It's like when you work in GameStop. You gotta be a gamer. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're gonna pet store. I'm coming with like a dozen dogs now.
Yeah. And you got to be willing. You know, I've read on some of these guerrilla marketing techniques that they're employing, where you just sort of follow somebody around like you're a private investigator in a public space, and that somehow makes them want to buy more dog food.
Exactly.
It's all reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of reverse psychology, give us a 5-star review whenever you listen to our voices on iHeartRadio, iTunes, all the Google Play, all the stuff there that you're listening to on. You know how to do the stuff. You guys are adults listening to this. But also, give a follow and like to Alchemy Comedy. You can see Manus and Lindsay perform weekly on several teams there. I got too old and they kicked me out. So I no longer perform at Alchemy Comedy. But they are in their prime. You guys are in like your 20s still. You have references the audience understands. It works out. So go see Alchemy Comedy every Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7:30 and 9 o'clock. I think you guys are. What are the teams are nowadays? Local Legends, obviously 7:30 show.
That's right. That's the team
now.
That's it. 7:30 on
yeah,
Fridays.
We have a rotating main stage shows at 9 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. And they have 2-month runs. So I'm not sure when this one is going to come out, but the one that's running right now is Blockbuster Summer, the sequel. And it's a really good show. So if you want to go see
I was in the first Blockbuster Summer, and they say the sequels suck. I'm just kidding. No, it's a great show. It's like usually is it half sketch and then half improv as usual.
Yep.
Nice. Awesome. This will probably come out sometime at the end of June / early July. So it'll be like halfway through the run there.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
Great.
And if anybody wants to follow me or just send me whatever Dolly mini art you're generating, please do. You know, whatever avenue you find to get in touch with me I'll accept. You know,
Dolly mini is exactly what people thought NFTs were supposed to be.
True. Honestly,
This is what that shit was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Free,
and this has had more of like
pointless internet bullshit.
But it's had more of a societal impact. I feel already in like the past few days that it's been a thing.
Yeah, and it's going to lead to a robot that's going to kill us all, and it's going to be awesome.
But the robot's going to be funny because we're teaching it how.
Exactly. The robot's going to say shit like Willem Dafoe pickle-shaped pirate ship, you know, and then that'll just.
Is that one you did?
No. But I might.
We're gonna write it down now.
I gotta finish Scott Conn Commemorative Knife first. I haven't seen that yet.
If I beat you to it, I'm totally gonna write on it.
Yeah, and then I was a little disappointed with how my sex gun for straight man Dolly mini worked out. That one was a little boring.
You could do Scott Conn, and I'll do Casey Affleck. We could do a little Ocean's 11 thing going. We'll get like a theme going down.
Yeah, perfect.
So.